The best competitive games have fierce competition, a hype crowd, and quick-witted commentators.
Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that? Faker with a huge play, the QSS!
These make for great esports events, and some of the most treasured moments in esports history have all of them and more. People's love for their games have fueled a worldwide community so full of emotion and wonder that's not much different than fans of physical sports. But if one part of the pyramid falls, it all falls, and in recent years there have been cases of loved commentators not casting important events. It's quite disheartening for spectators and commentators alike. So why is this happening? Whether your game is a grassroots scene or a worldwide championship circuit, the workload for a commentator is inevitably going to be huge. You need to convince tournament organizers, or sometimes the companies themselves, that you should be the one casting matches. In order to show this, you need to make a commentator role showing your skills. You have to show that you're invested in the community by attending or casting weekly tournaments. And if you do have fans, you have to post to your social media in order to keep your presence in the community. In terms of work alone, most would crumble under the pressure and conditions of being a full-time esports commentator. Remember, play-by-play commentary and color commentary are freelance jobs, especially in an industry as young as esports. The drawbacks that come with being a freelancer are obviously a part of being a commentator. There are multiple accounts of commentators and players who attend big events and don't get paid for winning or casting the tournament. In order to keep the job with that certain company, commentators unfortunately can't ask about being paid without risking losing the job for that company. The esports industry is quite flawed in how it's managed, and this affects everyone, including commentators. If you ask a TO or a certain person from a company to cast for an event, they probably have to involve higher-ups, and those higher-ups need to go to even higher-ups. If one part of the pyramid messes up or crumbles, it can easily affect everyone else, and everyone could lose their jobs. It's quite a stressful situation to think about when it comes to finding work and being consistent as a commentator. In one of the most recent controversial moves by Capcom, Sagem was apparently blacklisted from future Capcom events. Despite being an advocate for Street Fighter V, having proven success as a commentator for their games and more, and being a huge community figure, he is no longer casting for Capcom Cup events due to allegedly slandering on the netcode of the game, despite that complaint being universal. This shows that in this industry, any commentator, no matter how skilled they are, is replaceable. Company priorities are different from community priorities, and conflicts between the two can make being a commentator hard. This was especially hard for Mike Ross, another beloved fighting game commentator, whose goal was to grow the fighting game scene through a show called Capcom Pro Talk. He would talk about fighting games and play fighting games, mostly Street Fighter 4 and 5, with other pro players. However, at the same time, Capcom was trying its best to advertise and sell Street Fighter 5. They put a paywall on the episodes on Capcom Pro Talk Twitch channel. This did not sit well with Mike Ross, and after 2 years of hosting it, he decided to quit altogether as a host and commentator after dealing with what Capcom did to him. Although there are many factors that are out of control, the one that can be the most unfortunate in this field is health. Prague, one of Smash Bros' most beloved commentators, had his career cut short in mid-2015 due to health problems. After I retired, I only made 2 events, both were a personal risk I took, he said in a post covering his thoughts on retirement and his health. This, along with the many struggles of being a full-time commentator, make it very difficult to succeed and to show up at events. Being a consistent commentator is hard, and that's why in recent years, many loved and revered esports commentators no longer show up to the big stages of prestigious events. As much as they love their games and genres, the work and the industry make it really hard for them to do their job, and that is quite unfortunate in a time where esports is growing so fast. And with that, I present to you the best commentary by Yipes. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that's a slam-a-dunk-o! That's it. Get your ass on the deck, Magneto. Oh! Stop. Stop! No, not like this. And turn game 1. Turn it up, Nico. Get him out of here. You won. Gosh.
one.
Yeah. That's game one. That's game. Oh no.
Ass on
Ryan,
the
not like
freaking
this.
floor, sucker. This is justice. This is justice. DAC. Meteors and ass. Ooh. Hit him with this
Not like
unblockable
this,
right here. Hit him with the non-blockable.